Hi everyone, welcome to Faith God Love Channel. It's another Sunday morning as we speak, and I will be going over the Bible with you. More specifically, the English Standard Version right here. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have picked up a couple of those prayer cards if you were following along. And I found 5 decks of prayer cards. So I will be sharing those with you. And to be honest, I hope they have a bunch of different verses in there as well. And they're not just the same ones in each packet, but look different, if you know what I mean. So keep your fingers crossed and we'll go from there. All right, so to begin the day, let's go ahead and open the Bible up to the next section I'll be covering is Ruth. Okay. All right, so Ruth here has, oh, you know what? Wow. It's literally 3 pages in the Bible, in this Bible at least. So, okay, this is Ruth. Let me take a look here at the headings and I'll share, one or two of the sections with you and read it off. If you have been following along, I hope you read this today, and if you have not, you're more than welcome to listen to the few, sections that I read off. So enjoy. Here we go. All right, so Ruth, we have Naomi widowed, Ruth's loyalty to Naomi, Naomi and Ruth return, Ruth meets Boaz, Ruth and Boaz at the threshing floor, Boaz redeems Ruth, Ruth and Boaz marry. The genealogy of David is the last one here. Just by reading the headings off alone, it kind of tells you a story in and of itself as well. At least for Ruth. She was widowed. She's no longer has a partner in her life. Ruth's loyalty to Naomi. Now, I don't know who Naomi is. Maybe she's a relative or a friend. Naomi and Ruth return. Maybe they did something together. Ruth meets Boaz. She could meet somebody, in her life. And it says Ruth and Boaz at the threshing floor. I'm not sure what happened at that place. Boaz redeems Ruth. And then Ruth and Boaz marry. So just by reading the headings alone, it kind of tells you a story as well. So pay attention to that, when you're going through each of the sections in the Bible. So just to begin, I'm going to, with her section, I'm going to just start from the beginning because it looks like it kind of speaks in sequential form, so to speak. Like you have to know this before that type of situation. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from the beginning. It says, Naomi widowed. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man of Bethlehem in Judah went to sojourn in country of Moab. He and his wife and his 2 sons, the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi. And the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilean. They were Euphrates from Bethlehem, or Euphrates. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's what I get from it. Ephrates, to say that again, from Bethlehem in Judah. They went into the country of Moab and remained there. But Elimelech, the husband of Naomi, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. These took Moab wives. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. They lived there about 10 years, and both Milan and Chilean died, so that the woman was left without 2 sons and her husband. So, as you can see, Naomi, and it was just, if you look at the title, it says Naomi widowed. You can see that story. She had 2 sons and was married, but her husband died, and eventually her 2 sons that also married died. So that left Naomi with Ruth. Now, I'm not sure what happened to the other woman, but that's all that's stated here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip on over these next sections and head on to Ruth and Boaz marry. So remember, Ruth was married at one point, and she met someone along the way, supposedly. So let's go ahead and clarify that by reading this section. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife, and he went into her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. Then the woman said to Naomi, "Blessed be the Lord, who has not left you this day without a redeemer, and may his name be renowned in Israel. He shall be to you a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, who is more to you than 7 sons, has given birth to him." Then Naomi took the child and laid him on her lap and became his nurse. And the woman of the neighborhood gave him a name, saying, "A son has been born to Naomi." They named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse and the father of David. So, yes, that woman got married, had a child, and Naomi was a part of that family. Very interesting. That concludes this section of the Bible. It was fairly short, actually. And I'll save the next section for the following week. So, if anyone has any comments they would like to share, you're more than welcome to send an email, a prayer, or anything else. I just ask that you keep it kind and respectful. And that's it for today. I hope to see you guys next week. And I hope you have come quite a distance when it comes to reading, so to speak. So far, we've gone over, Genesis. That's one. It was quite a long one. Genesis, Exodus, that's 2. Leviticus, 3. Numbers, 4. Deuteronomy, 5. Joshua, 6. Judges, 7. And then after that, there was Ruth. So eight sections of the Bible so far. Within 1 to 2 week range. That's pretty good. So keep up the good work if you're following along. And then until next week, we'll go from there. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.